Hey guys, I'm Ryan Wright.
I am JabyKoay.
We're going to check out today from AlltimeMovies, Top 10 Deadliest Movie Assassins. Here we go. We know a thing or two about action heroes and assassins and all that. So let's see what they choose.
Hey guys, I'm Chris, and here is my list of the top 10 deadliest assassins. Now, for the record, I'm talking about actual contract killers whose profession is killing discreetly. It's as much about the style and success of the killing as it is how many people they actually kill.
Yes.
So mob enforcers do not count. But before we begin, an honorable mention goes to Crazy Miguel Bain from Assassins.
Yeah,
he kills a
we'll
lot
do
of
that.
people, but he's not subtle about it, and doesn't really bother about sticking to his actual contract.
Remember that being hilarious.
Miguel. Number 10, Wesley Gibson, Wanted. On-screen
Yeah, I would
kill,
say he's one of the deadliest.
41.
Chris Pratt,
Wesley
man, I forgot
Gibson
about
is from
that.
a long way away. Even if you think his superpower is stupid, you can't deny that as long as he's got a gun, he will hit you with it. Although he wouldn't be anywhere without Fox.
That's how I met
Number
Veronica.
9, Martin Blank, Gross Point Blank. On-screen kills, 10. Martin Blank is stylish,
Did you see this?
a loner, and
Ages
hey,
ago, Dad
he's
showed
good
it
at
to
his
me.
job. In other words, a classic assassin.
It's not me.
He's a reluctant killer, but overcomes other assassins and mercenaries in pretty imaginative ways. He's not quite Jason Bourne, but he does make a clean getaway.
Forgot how badass
Number
John
8,
Cusack can be.
Vincent from
Yeah,
On-screen
I put him up
kills,
on a higher list.
15. Tom Cruise should play more bad guys. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
He's the most efficient killer ever.
So
5
cool,
hits
that
in
movie.
one night and a 6 a.m.
That's one of my
flight.
favorite movies of all time.
He dispatches each victim with brutal efficiency. What's more, his reasons actually kind of make sense.
Now we gotta make the best of it. Improvise, adapt to the environment, Darwin, shit happens, I Ching, whatever, man, we gotta roll with it.
His technique
Carry
is
that line really well.
ingenious. He frames cab drivers for the murders he commits, and he never shows his face to anyone. I mean, of course, he's insane.
That was so
but that
slick.
doesn't stop him being reliable and actually kind of charming.
I'm very happy to meet you, Mrs. DeRoche.
He's so good in that movie. Because he's fucking Tom Cruise, but he's so
Number
good.
7, Jason Bourne, the Bourne
Saw
Saint.
that coming.
On-screen kills, over 11-ish. Okay. So we only meet him after he stopped being
Between
a
Jason
CIA.
Bourne and Tom Cruise.
But it's obvious that he's a super assassin.
I know, but
He can take
Tom
on
Cruise,
any
you know,
other assassin, and he can
kinda
kill
goes
you
down in
with
that movie.
anything. Literally anything.
I didn't like that book thing. I thought that was
like
dumb.
Your underwear.
No,
Your
books
kid-
can hurt.
Like just dead.
that was good.
However, by the third film, he kills hardly anyone because, well, hey, he's given up on his killing career. He only kills people who attack him.
Clive Owen's in the first
it
one.
does take him
Yeah.
a while, but he does manage to get away in the end. Honorable mention, Evelyn Salt. She's
Oh,
basically
thank God
the
it's an
female
honorable
Bourne.
mention.
And
Why?
she's definitely
So I was
just-
like, if this is on the list, I don't know, man.
Number 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No country
Pretty fucking
for Old
terrifying.
Men. On-screen kills,
Will you hold still, please?
He was so creepy.
about 7, maybe more.
Ew.
Anton is the most terrifying assassin on this list. Utterly remorseless and relentless, he's basically a Hispanic Terminator. He only kills people he needs to, and might even let you live if he thinks you're not a threat. Or, you know, if you win the coin toss.
Well done.
And to top it all off, he lives to kill another day. Another honorable mention, Ghost Dog, who has a
never saw
code
that.
of honor.
Have you seen it?
Anton, but nowhere near as twisted.
Remember the trailers.
Number 5, a personal favorite at AlltimeMovies.
I haven't
Charlie
seen that either.
Baltimore,
Mom
The
showed
Long
it
Kiss
to me.
Goodnight.
Yeah.
On-screen kills, 58. Charlie Baltimore is another member of Amnesia.
Is it a conspiracy
Assassins
theory movie?
Anonymous. But
Kind
she
of.
has the edge on
I
Bourne
remember,
and Salt by being a 90s action
I remember being
hero.
very confused and something about a duck dick penis.
So she snaps, shoots, and explodes her way
Wow.
through an army of CIA soldiers.
Okay, I need to watch
And as
this
she
movie.
fights, she gets to a normal life. How lovely.
Oh.
She is the most kick-ass
I think she's like a former
working
assassin
mom
or something.
Yeah.
ever. Number 4,
Yeah.
Ah Young, the killer.
You got this?
On-screen kills, 71. Ah, he
Yeah,
almost got
it's
style. He shoots
so
as sharp
many
as he dresses,
fucking
and he
kills
has a
in this
nice line
movie. It's
in disguise.
ridiculous.
He'd be
You haven't
a
seen
lot
this?
higher on this list.
It's
If
like
he didn't have such a bad
cartoon
track
crazy
record with
how many
civilian
people die in this
casualties.
movie.
And if he could do more
It's
than
like
just
almost
shoot
every
loads of
single
bullets.
minute someone's getting shot.
Number 3, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I don't agree with that.
from Mr. and Mrs.
I
Smith.
don't agree
I
with
love
that.
them, though.
On-screen
That's a
kills,
good movie, but I don't
85.
agree with this.
Come on, that's when Brad Pitt
What's the
started
best
cheating
way
on
to
Jennifer
sort out
Aniston.
marital problems, you say?
You
Try
can't put
killing
this
each other.
above the killer. There's just no way.
And team up against your employers
But
who are
they-
trying to kill you.
They win in the end.
Confusing? It doesn't really matter, because these guys are hot. I mean, sure, they have an advantage by working together, but that just makes them even more deadly. Angelina Jolie has quite the repertoire of deadly assassins, but Mrs. Smith is by far her best one. Number 2,
Yeah.
Leon
Good one.
Montana from The
Snaps to
Professional.
that.
Yeah.
On-screen kills, 30. Leon is
Remember that knock
badass with a
scene
soft
when
sensor.
his door gets
He's a master of
raided?
stealth
Yeah.
and doesn't kill carelessly. He does exactly what he's hired to do. He does, however, have a vulnerable tendency to take care of the innocent.
The plant.
But it takes an entire SWAT army to get to him. And even then, he actually comes out on top, because he's always got a backup plan. Honorable mention goes to the Jackal. He's a slick and
You
professional.
remember that movie?
Yeah.
But with
Remember
none of
Jack
the
Black's arm gets blown
heart.
off?
He fails.
Why wouldn't...
And finally, number
Okay.
1,
All
The
right.
Bride from
That's
Kill
one of my
Bill.
favorite movies.
On-screen
Yeah.
kills, 70.
Yeah.
The Bride is a master of, hands down,
I was hoping
everything.
she'd be on this list.
I mean, she can even wiggle her toe. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not even death will stop this chick. She beats every one of the deadly Viper assassination squad and the Crazy 88s. And that's all after she's been shot in the head and put in a coma.
It's your race.
I love that
Even
opening.
like realize what is going on here. Like she gets shot and then like wakes up. She's like, are you Buck? And then like bam, die, sword. It's crazy. I mean, jeez. Just imagine what she was like when she was less emotional.
Wow.
Wow. Wow, what a list. What an interesting list they got here. Let's go through some of these cats that they put it out here.
I don't agree with some of them, though.
I mean, I know they're not finalized lists. Wesley Gibson and Wanted. I really like Wanted. I mean, I could see how he'd be number 10 on the list, or at least an honorable mention. I don't know, I kind of like the powers and shit that he has with the little curve in the bullet and the...
It feels like it doesn't belong, though, because all the other films feel like they've got some basis in reality, except for Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Like, they feel like they're trying to be real, whereas this feels like it's trying to be a superhero movie.
Well, it is a graphic novel-based movie.
Okay.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith kind of falls under the realm of a little bit more realism, though, especially more than Wanted.
I don't know, that whole dancing gun sequence at the end.
That was pretty awesome. I thought they were
It
going to
was.
die.
It was. Yeah, right.
I was like, oh, they're playing some sad music right now.
That was kind of a random. I like that. That was a cool, like, contrasting song for the situation. I think Leon the Professional definitely belongs up there. I think Tom Cruise's character
Vincent from Collateral.
Vincent from Collateral definitely belongs up there.
How great is, you know, I have been defending Tom Cruise the way I've been defending Mel Gibson through his crisis lately. It wasn't until Ghost Protocol where he started getting some respect back again. And before that, I was really defending this guy. And just watching clips of him in Collateral, I'm like, that's the movie where he's playing an antagonist. He was a superstar already at that time.
Right.
And he was totally believable as his bad guy.
Right.
You know, it's harder to buy someone in such a villainous role when they have such a charming celebrity status.
Yeah.
But he managed to take that celebrity charm that he naturally possesses and turn it into this antagonist. So you're not missing out on the Tom Cruise that you also love. You're not like, oh, he's Will Smith in After Earth. Like, where's his charisma?
Right.
You know, like, it was really cool.
Do you know what he did to prepare for that role? He had Tom Cruise delivering FedEx packages. He had to go in without being recognized and deliver and leave.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he was actually meeting people. They had no idea who he was. He had to do gun training and whatnot. Like all that precise gun stuff you see in the film,
Yeah.
he actually trained in that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I remember that first time, like, he pulls out a gun and kills people when Jamie Foxx is handcuffed to the car. You
It's
remember?
actually down here.
I thought it was handcuffed to the, whatever.
No,
oh, the steering
it's
wheel,
down-
whatever
it's
it is. He's
down
handcuffed, right? And he goes to get his suitcase back. and he takes out those two guys like bam, 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 and
Yeah,
it's like
2 shots to the chest and 1 to the head.
it was so quick. I'd never seen anything like that before.
He whips out that gun really fast.
Yeah.
Can you imagine him in bed? Fast to whip that thing out. You'd be orgasming before you even knew it. Jason Bourne, he was an obvious one that would be on this list. You seem like you disagreed, though.
I didn't think of him when I thought of this list. Because I'm thinking of people who are borderline bad guys.
Yeah, like kind of villainous, like,
like
murders people and shit.
Like Leon the Professional kind of fits in that category where he's kind of a bad dude, even though he does good things and he tries to take care of like this
but
girl.
He's a hitman at the end of the day.
Well, exactly, he's a hitman.
He's a contract killer.
You don't think of Jason Bourne that way. You think of Jason Bourne as a hero, as the good guy who's trying to do what's right. So I didn't feel like he should have been here, even though he was obvious to you.
I like the Bourne movies. I think they're great. You don't like them?
I'm not going to say anything. Because I'm going to piss people off, the director, because the camera's always doing this shit, and I can't see what's happening, and it gets progressively worse. The first movie was bearable, the second movie was way worse, the third movie was just ridiculous, where the camera's like on people's eyes and shit. I'm like, they're just talking, what are you doing? It just... let them talk.
But it makes it more realistic in that you're in the world more, because apparently documentarians have the worst camera skills.
Yeah, exactly. You're making my point.
I know, but I don't mind it, though.
I agree with what's his name from No Country for Old Men being in this
Javier
list.
Bardem.
Yeah, totally belongs.
He's kind of got typecast as villains ever since then. Granted, I've only seen him play one other villain, so I don't know if he's been typecast.
No, he played a lover who got 2 women into bed at the same time in a Woody Allen movie.
That is kind of villainous because of, you know, that's emotionally confusing for...
That shit was so slick. I'm like, I need to try that out one day when
Yeah.
I'm actually single.
I've tried everything from movies and nothing's ever panned out well. Uma Thurman in Kill Bill. It was weird. I wasn't expecting her to be number 1.
Me neither.
I wanted her on this list.
Yeah.
But I can tell, because Kill Bill Volume 1 is, I always consider one of my top 5 favorite films. We were different ages at the time when I saw it and then when you saw it. For me, I remember that was 2 very different theater experiences. You went in like the morning with friends to go watch it.
Yeah.
I went at the opening night with a crowd.
Yeah.
And I was by myself because Dad had to sit somewhere else. I had never seen a Tarantino film at that time.
Really?
Yeah, this is the first Tarantino film I ever saw.
Wow.
And it was like magical for me to watch this movie.
What an introduction.
So to have such a film like of like kung fu love and all this like, and being young, like I wasn't even a teenager yet, but just seeing all that violence was like surprisingly entertaining and stuff.
What this list doesn't take into account is how many people are killed off screen. How many people were killed before the characters come into the movie.
Yeah.
It's only looking at what you actually see, and that kind of bothers me just a little bit, because I'm like, Chow Yun-fat killed way more people than this girl. Or even Leon the Professional. Like, you know that what they show you in the movie is just a sliver of what he's done over the course of his career.
What this list could have done a little better is really look at the character and see how far this character is willing to go. Like, I could see Uma Thurman's on the top 5 because this woman's willing to kill, like, no matter what, and she'll fucking hack you up into pieces if she has to. You know, Jason Bourne will, like, I wouldn't call him one of the deadliest.
He'll punch you a couple times.
He'll punch you a couple times, hit you with a book or something, and then he might, you know, choke you out or something, but he's not gonna, like, murder someone, you know?
Right. They made a shout out to the Jackal. I think Bruce Willis in the movie is really, really, really scary.
Yeah.
Because he just will, what do you call it?
He makes out with a guy.
I know! He'll do anything. And then he shot the dude. He was really scary in that movie.
That's a violent movie. I wish Mom and Dad didn't show me certain movies before I was 13. That's what I think would make them more deadly. Beyond their skills, it's about how far they're willing to go, you know? Like, you could even say Batman had years of training, but he doesn't kill anyone.
Right.
But he technically could probably kill Jason Bourne or something. At the same time, he's not willing to go that far. So I think the assassin level is more about what is their, I don't know the word for it, tolerance? Something.
Or, well, just what they're willing to go. You said it.
Yeah, I've said it like 14 times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning into the channel. If you're new to it, you can subscribe to The Real Rejects. You can check out the JabyKoay channel. Just type in youtubepage.com.
youtubepage.com.
And you'll seriously get it. He got the domain.
Or on Twitter and Vine and Instagram at JabyKoay.
And I have a Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Vine, and Periscope. I need a domain.
We should do Periscope more often.
Does it have to be YouTube page, or can it be like like freshvegetables.com.
What?
I think we have a fan base that is really like vegetable drawn. Or like
Mine are meat eaters, I'm
or
sorry.
medium-sized penises.com.
I tried to get fucktards.com. I couldn't get it.
Ah, yeah, I got that already.
Yeah, exactly.